everyone, I hope you're having a nice day. So last year I didn't do one of these queen-like speeches, not saying that I'm the queen, but we always think of it like that at Sew Over It because I sit in the chair and talk to you about what's happened this year. And anyway, I didn't do one last year, probably because personally it wasn't a great year for me, but I really regretted it because then we couldn't really have that to look back at what we had achieved. And I really like doing these videos for that reason. It's a chance for me to thank all of you, it's a chance for me to thank the team, and it's a chance for all of us to reflect back on what we have achieved this year in a positive way. So this year has been a shocker, but I tell you, it wasn't as much of a shocker for me personally. It's certainly been a much more positive year for me personally, but for the business, it's also been a very interesting year because we've been very lucky that our business has actually been COVID friendly. So it's been something people want to be doing, sewing in this weird times that we're in. But the year didn't start with COVID for Sew Over It. The year started with my trip to India, which was for my other business as well, Lisa Comfort Home, but it was for Sew Over It mainly, or rather the main reason initially was for Sew Over It to photograph our ebook, Summer Dreaming, which was meant to be called My Capsule Wardrobe Summer Holiday, but since we weren't all allowed to be going on summer holidays, we thought we better change it. And I think there's a certain nostalgia and almost a romanticism to summer dreaming. So I'm glad that we did. But anyway, we needed to photograph it somewhere warm. And so the whole thing was like, well, if we go to India, I can tie it in with Lisa Comfort Home. We can get those wonderful colours that I wanted it to have. And it really was one of the proudest things that we have ever done. And what goes into an ebook is insane because that's happening whilst all the other things are happening. So we're kind of working on that from really before Christmas. So before I went to India, there was like a mad rush of us all doing sewing samples. We had to sew, I don't know, 30 odd samples to get it ready for me to take to India. So really, yeah, wonderful, wonderful photo shoot. And we took, I think, probably about 5,000 photos when we were there. So there was a serious amount of editing going on for the ebook. If you think that there's about 3 or 4 photos of each garment and there's only 5 garments in the ebook. So yeah, lots of editing of photos and selecting the best ones. But I think what's so wonderful is that we were able to release it despite everything exactly when we wanted to at the right time. And it was so lovely to see it so well received. It really was one of the best things we produced this year. But alongside that, we were also doing our PDF club and we were releasing a PDF pattern every month. And that has also been an incredible challenge, you know, especially in March and April when we were suddenly thrust into this lockdown and working out how we could all work remotely. But we did. We carried on. We worked incredibly efficiently and productively and very hard. And my dad stepped up and took the old photos of, it was Giselle and Freya, the patterns that were out through lockdown. He just literally took them on my phone in Mum and Dad's house. And rather hilariously, my dad thought that they were just as good as the professional photos. So, well, darling, I don't think you need to use a photographer anymore. Yeah, probably do, Dad. Anyway, we then, so yeah, we've released one every single month, and the fact that we've managed to do that every month, I think has been really amazing and is a testament to the Sew Over It team. We have also not only done that, but we have stayed committed to our commitment to release all of our patterns in the full size range of sizes 6 to 30. And we're also working on not only just doing that for every new pattern, but also going back and extending the size range of other patterns. So watch this space in January as we'll be announcing 6 of our patterns that will have been converted or extended into those sizes as well, and we're going to continue to do them in batches of 3 throughout next year as well. We've also been working with some new models so that we can show a variety of models as well. That's something we wanted to do this year, so show models who aren't just me, so that you can get more of an idea of what it looks on different shapes. And also particularly on the extended size ranges as well. So watch this space for more of that too. We have released a new printed pattern. We released our 1960s coat. That was also amidst quite a few challenges, as there was some strange cyber attack going on over in our printers that meant that we weren't able to get the tissue patterns released when they should have been. So that was pretty stressful. And we've also managed to cope through working in what can only be described as a building site, as the Sew Over It shop transitioned into the Lisa Comfort Home shop. What we have now realised is we can't have the two businesses working together. There's just not enough space. And Sew Over It will be moving in January to a very new, swishy and exciting office space, which, yeah, I know the Sew Over It team are all really looking forward to, just to have a proper space rather than working in what feels like a cupboard. We've continued with our copy shop printing as well, which has been brilliant, and we continued that throughout lockdown. So what happened in lockdown was I moved up to my parents so that I had to have help with childcare with Jasmine, and I got a man and a van to bring up all the online shop stuff, so the fabric and the packaging and etc, all that stuff, so that I could do it from there. And Rosie took the printer back to hers, and she continued to print and take everything for the copy shop patterns and take them to the post office, and I continued to process the orders from my parents' floor. Basically, I spent probably about 3 months just on my knees. But in between what we were doing there, Rosie and I were also doing the sewalongs, which has been an unexpected, not a rival, but new thing that we have done at Sew Over It. So that idea came to me just before lockdown. I started thinking about it, and when lockdown happened, I thought, do you know what, let's just do it. I think this would be really great for people to have something to look forward to on days when we're all trying to adjust to what we're going to be doing in this new lockdown. And as it was happening globally, we were able to reach out to all our customers. We chose 1 o'clock as the time because we felt that was the best time for both the UK and other countries. And it's been incredible to see all the people join in. And I know that we've all been very proud of our sew-alongs, particularly because we know that it's helped many of you through quite difficult times, and we've had some lovely emails and cards and things to say thank you for that. So thank you to those of you who have sent those, and also to all of you who just watch them. And even if you don't comment, thank you for watching them, and I'm glad that they have been well received, and we're going to continue with them next year. Probably not quite as many as we've done this year because it's pretty hard for us to keep up with that, but we definitely are going to be doing them weekly. We realise now that's part of what we do now, and we are going to stick with it. And it was really important for me, just as much for the business as for you guys as it was for me personally, in that it gave me a purpose in a very difficult time. So thank you for you guys for giving me that purpose. So next year, who knows what it will entail, but all I can guarantee is that we will keep going. We will keep putting out lovely patterns into the world. We want to do even more. I've just finished this incredible business course, so I now have a really fab business plan of what I want to do with Sew Over It, and you'll be seeing that throughout the next year or two as we work on getting those things done. But it's been, yeah, a very, very difficult year, but also very uplifting and exciting and inspiring as well. And yeah, I want to thank you all for supporting us. You have been incredible in supporting us, particularly through lockdown, for all of those coffees that you bought us for our sew-alongs, and for all the patterns and things you bought throughout that very difficult period. And yeah, to all the Sew Over It team for like never giving up. Literally never giving up and just keeping on working. So yeah, I think we could all do with a month off, but probably we're not going to get that. But we will be taking a week off over Christmas, and I think that will be a very well-deserved break. So guys, that's it for this year. I'll be back next year. More sew-alongs you'll be seeing of me. I'll be doing roundup of my makes videos, and lots more. So until then, happy Christmas and a happy New Year.